family, and welcome back to another episode of Talk the Talk. I'm your host, as usual, Desh Bechin, and joining me today is Odell Sadhai. She's the F&I manager at FMGH Group, and it's such a pleasure to have her on this platform. As an expert in her field, Odell knows that it's a manager's job to think of the bigger picture, especially when you're in an F&I position actually. So whilst one focuses on today's tasks and responsibilities, you also need to plan for the future. This means setting priorities in line with company goals, reviewing systems and policies, and attending training. She is not demotivated by her defeats, but looks at defeat as an opportunity for success. Now, as I said, being an F&I manager, you deal with people every single day, and you have to be at your best at all times. So, without further ado, let's welcome another woman that can help motivate and inspire young girls to be in a role like the F&I position. Let's welcome Odell. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank. Hello, Odell.
Hello, Desh.
Thank you so very much for agreeing to contribute with your voice to this platform.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, so how did your journey begin?
Well, mine is a long, funny story, but I'll try to keep it short. I worked at the bank for many years, and from the bank I moved to the vehicle finance division.
Okay.
Going to the vehicle
We can
finance
mention the
division.
bank. Which bank was it?
Oh, I worked at Absa Bank.
Okay. Thank you, Absa, for starting a career.
And from the vehicle finance division, I used to call on dealerships as part of my position. Walked into one of the dealerships, they offered me a post as an F&I manager. And after about 10 years of working at the bank, I decided let me move on to the motor industry, something that I had never known much about at all. So I worked at this dealership for maybe about 6 months, and then I was actually called by another franchise dealer to tell me that there was another position opening and would I be interested. So I went on, I applied for that position, got in for the interview, and I was so excited because I was so confident that I had nailed that interview. I was dressed to the T, I was prayed up, poshed up, and I got home and told my husband that job is mine. Only to get home and find out 3 days later, they gave me a call and said, sorry, Odell, you were unsuccessful as an applicant. And I couldn't understand why. And for the life of me, I couldn't understand what did I do that was wrong. So I asked the lady and I said, wow, what was it about me that you didn't like? She says, no, we loved everything about you. The only issue we had, and remember this was many, many years ago, when you walked in, we saw this thin, much thinner than, thin young lady walk in, and we thought to ourselves, soft-spoken, young little girl, I don't know how she's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with the men in the environment.
Wow.
And that was the reason they didn't give me the position, because they just felt that I was just too young, too soft-spoken, too tiny, and if somebody had to be face-to-face with me, I wouldn't know how to stand my ground.
And I'm so glad that now things have changed and the discrimination is coming to an end, not fast enough, but it's happening. So how do you feel about these movements that are empowering women?
Oh, I love, love, love your initiative of the school
Just
of
say I love you,
motoring.
Dish.
I just love you,
Okay,
Dish.
thank you.
And I think out of all the initiatives, my favorite is where you go to the schools and you speak to the young girls. I just love that initiative because I feel that if I had that when I was in school, the motor industry would have been something that would have been opened up to me. When we were in school, we just heard about lawyers, doctors, accountants. They're not bad at all. They're wonderful people. But we didn't know that this was there for us. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Odell, what is something that you're really proud of?
Well, on a personal note, I had I became a mom when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
I was told at that time that now your life is over by many, not my family per se, but many people around, and they was like, you young, you in school, you have a baby, you've got nothing more that you can do now, you need to get married, you need to find a husband. And obviously I had a runaway prince. The moment he found out I was pregnant, he was on his chariot and he was gone.
I love that, a runaway prince. Nice.
So I was single, I was a teenager, and I had a little baby that I had to take care of. But I went back to school. I finished my matric, I started working at the bank, I started studying, I moved up the ranks, I moved on to the motor industry. And when I sit back 10 years after I had had my child, I had met my husband, and with him I have 2 more beautiful daughters.
Aww.
So I have a lovely family of 5, a boy, 2 girls, my husband. And when I look at my life and I look at my children and what I've accomplished, that's what just makes me so proud.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud to be sitting with you. You tearing up. You're so Indian, so dramatic, just like me. Odell, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best. And just continue. I'm going to see you maybe as a DP one day. Do not stop dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
Do not stop dreaming. And young ladies, you do not stop dreaming, because here is a true example of what you can achieve.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Odell.
Thank you.
Viewers, we would like to thank you for your continued support and encourage you to like and share our content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk Studios, sponsored by Sariti Solutions and Evo by Nedbank, are platforms aimed at empowering, uplifting, and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives. If you are searching for a new or pre-owned vehicle, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have a wide range of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews, car maintenance tips, and automotive advice, all courtesy of Talk Studios. Ladies, ensuring women's economic empowerment and building their adaptability and resilience to the changing labor market has never been more important. Let your goal to be to ensure that women become empowered by learning self-development and essential employment skills such as literacy skills, vocational skills, and financial skills, just like Odell over here. These skills teach women how to support themselves and their families. And again, Odell is a true example that you can be a single mom, be independent, and move up the ranks in the motoring trade. I always believe that empowered women should empower other women. And with that, I'd like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.